As many of you know, I am a big fan of the Beretta 92 series pistols, but there's two things I really don't like about them. One is the double action trigger pull, and the other is the sights. We're going to ignore the sights today, but we're going to get into that double action trigger pull and install what is, in my opinion, a real quick fix and what the gun should come with, in my opinion, again, out of the factory, which is the D hammer spring. So without further ado, let's get into it. First up, let's go ahead and check out what the trigger is actually pulling at with the factory spring in there. Go ahead and verify the gun is unloaded. It is. And your double action pull on this sucker. This is a trigger pull gauge by Timney. I don't even know if it goes as high as this thing's going to pull at, which we'll see here in a second. And it doesn't. As you can see there, maybe well over 10 pounds. That's the 10-pound mark. It doesn't really go any further than that, so definitely very, very heavy double action trigger. Well, let's get started on the installation. What we're going to need is something to remove your grips on this one. It's a hex wrench, but different Berettas are going to come with different grip screws. And then you're going to need here the Brownells hammer spring. This is a factory part from Beretta. And let's go ahead and get started. You're going to lock the slide to the rear, disassemble as normal. Just rotate the lever down, release the slide, take the slide off. Then we're going to unscrew the grips. So we went ahead and removed the grips. Next thing we're going to do here is remove this pin right here. You can see that little pin right here on the heel of your gun is what we're going to be taking out. In order to do that, you just put pressure on the lanyard loop and push with a punch. This is a 1/16 punch that we're going to be using here. You're just going to push down on a relatively hard surface. I have the cleaning mat here just to prevent any sort of scratches, but you're just going to push down on the top of the frame and push across on that little detent as you do so. And that pin should pop right out. And obviously it's under spring tension there, guys. And there's the pin that we're talking about. That's what you're going to slide out. And out will come your cover, your lanyard loop I should say, and the original spring. I removed the D-spring from the plastic, and as you see here, compared to the original spring, it's a good bit shorter, which is going to give you that lighter trigger pull. Now you can't just go ahead and drop it in the rear here. There is a rod in the back of there that the spring's going to go around. I'll work in a picture here for you guys so you can see it in detail. But you got to make sure when you drop that spring in that you get that around the rod. Now all you're going to do, drop it in like we just did there. Take our lanyard loop here, put it back on there so it lines up. And this part you can generally do with your fingers because obviously it's under lighter tension at this point. Just go ahead and press it down, and we're going to start out and put that pin right back in there. You just got to kind of find the right spot and work it. Make sure it's even on both sides. And that's really all there is to it. We're going to go ahead and put the gun back together and test it out and see if it made any difference. The gun's back together. Let's go ahead and do a quick functions check real quick. So drop it down. And it does feel much smoother and a good bit lighter as well. Let's go ahead and test it out here with the gauge. And there you go. As you guys can see right there, it's breaking right in between 8 and 9 pounds. So dramatic improvement from over 10, really who the heck knows how much. My guess, just from experience, is probably it was breaking right around 12 or 13 pounds, and now we're doing it right between 8 and 9 pounds. So definite improvement, and in my opinion, still safe in every way. As always, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you guys have any questions about the quick install we did here, feel free to post those questions down below in the comments section. You can also post them over at my Facebook page. I'll put the link in here for you. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and hope to see you guys in the next video.